So in some ways, I hate to say go small, but when you think about in your community, in your locus of control, who are people who either are on the fence, who might be against, and honestly, the most powerful conversation that you can have is with that person. And again, if you think about like, the model that we're using, is how do we use, again, Pete knows it can't just be him. There's no way mathematically for it to work, and honestly, it's not the best way to campaign or govern at. So really, it's how do we utilize ourselves in community to do that. That's number one. But also, the one benefit of social media is that you can go out there and say whatever you want, and saying why you are for Pete, and frankly, why all of us from all communities need to do that is super powerful. And again, the more that happens, again, to create that buzz and that noise, that's what begins to break through that narrative. And Sonal tells a great story about, if you think about Iowa, when you think about the media narrative of Iowa, getting to Iowa, you know, I would call Sonal every now and again, Sonal, are we gonna come in like ninth? And to be fair, there weren't even like 9 candidates. I was just like super good because from the media narrative, it looked like we were gonna lose, and you know, I know we're still counting and recounting, but Pete basically won, and by the way, when you looked at his support, it was even across all demographics, which is again against the narrative. So in many ways, at times, we have to close that out and look at what's happening in front of us. And again, there's no more important conversation than one that you have with a person that you know about what you believe, about Pete, about yourself, about the country.
It's always hard to follow Chike. That's why I like to go first. I think your question's important. I think there's many ways that we're working at it. So one is just getting Ryan out there to go talk to communities. So she's been in South Carolina, she's going to North Carolina. We're sending South Bend voices out there. Again, it's people to people connections. There's the media, and the media wants to keep a narrative, right? As much as we have pitched South Bend voices, South Bend community members, South Bend council members who've been supportive, it's easy to let the narrative run. But what we're seeing on the ground is not the narrative. In Iowa, the largest, it's a very small African American population, it's 3%. The largest, most racially diversity is Waterloo. The mayor of Waterloo endorsed Pete, right? He's African American. Behind Bernie Sanders, the number 2 candidate to get people of color in Iowa was Pete. It's not the narrative that gets told, and it's not what's being said, but in Nevada, we're seeing Latino and African American populations coming to see him, wanting to hear from him, wanting to have conversations with him. We're also using his time differently. Everywhere he goes, he's meeting with communities of color.
That's great to hear.
And it's not what the media covers, but it's certainly where we are. It's certainly what we're doing. He was recently when he went to UNLV to meet with the Black Students Association, Law Students Association. When he's been in Nevada, he's been talking to Latino groups, Latino women especially, because they're important issues that are affecting them in Nevada. So we're in all of those communities. We're in Native American communities. So we're in all of those communities, and we're